Well, hello once again, Argonaut fans, and welcome to a special NCAA Baseball South Regional edition of the Argonaut Weekly here at GoArgos.com. Rob Walden, along with Brenton Goebel. Brenton and I will form the postseason radio team for the upcoming South Regional Tournament, which begins on Thursday, May 19th, here in Pensacola, Florida. The Argonauts, as the #1 seed in the South Region, selected to host the South Regional Tournament. And I guess that's where we start, Brenton. A fantastic accomplishment for this Argonaut team. A program first. You know, they've been in the NCAA tournament before. They've won GSE titles before, but now hosting the South Regional Tournament, the best of the best in the region, and now they've got to go prove it on the field. But still a fantastic accomplishment.
That's right. I mean, the team didn't perform how they wanted to in the GSE tournament, but still lucky enough to be able to host the #1 team in the nation for 5 weeks in a row in Division II baseball and multiple polls.
That's right.
44-8 overall record on the year. So they had a great year, and looking to make some history here at Jim Spinner Field.
You mentioned the GSC tournament a couple of weeks ago up in Millington, Tennessee. Didn't go like the Argonauts wanted. They advanced to the 4th day, but did go 2-2 in the event. Still, though, it's nice that we can wipe the slate clean. Still did enough during the regular season to host the South Regional Tournament. And so while the GSC tournament was disappointing and didn't go like the Argonauts wanted it to, they've still got a fresh slate and still have achieved their ultimate regular season goal, which was hosting this tournament starting Thursday.
That's right. In all reality, the Gulf South Conference tournament's over with now, and it really doesn't mean anything in the big picture. The starting pitching didn't perform as they would have liked, aside from Daniel Vargas Vila, who really had a great performance out there. Jason Postel struggled getting out of the 3rd inning, as well as Ben Hawkins. But, the people that stepped up needed to, and that was the bullpen, and they did a great job when in Game 1, after Postel had a little bit of struggles on the mound, the bullpen came in and threw 7 shutout innings. I mean, Jadowski came in and threw 4 on his own, and it was just a great all-around effort. And then the Argonauts offense was struggling a little bit with runners in scoring positions. I mean, they were getting their hits, but they couldn't string them together at the right times. Greg Prawn really stepped up big for the Argonauts, as he has done all season long, driving in 7 of West Florida's 11 runs in the tournament. So going to need a little bit of backup from the rest of his teammates, but West Florida's going to look to make a real run at this regional tournament.
Prawn was an all-tournament selection up in Millington, and deservedly so, but really was the only bat to catch fire during the tournament. Like you mentioned, drove in 7 of the team's 11 runs over a 4-game stretch. That's not something that's going to carry you to much success in a tournament like this. Nearly 2 weeks, in between the GSC tournament and the South Regional. It's a team that hit the ball very well during the regular season, so there's reason to have confidence that was just a blip on the radar, but there are other guys that need to step up and swing the bat.
That's right. I mean, the team's been working a lot with inter-squad and game situation, putting runners on third, trying to create that pressure situation that you have in a game. But that's the hardest thing, and coaches in all sports and all levels will tell you that. So the team has been working hard, trying to work on creating that environment again. Dustin Lawley's been big for the Argonauts this season. Had a big home run early in the tournament, but struggled a little bit as of late in the tournament, popping a couple balls up and actually getting robbed from a few hits, hitting the ball sharply, but just right at a defender. So Argonauts going to look to kind of clean up their at-bats a little bit at the plate, have a little bit more productive at-bats, not be so aggressive early in the count, but also going to need a little bit more luck, as they were hitting the ball hard. It just happened to be right at the other team.
The pitching staff didn't have their best week up in Millington outside of Daniel Vargas Vila, who was terrific in his victory. But still, it's the kind of pitching staff that's built for this kind of tournament. 4 terrific starters, Vargas Vila along with Jason Postel and Kevin Peters and Ben Hawkins, and then a terrific bullpen to boot. It really is the kind of pitching staff. When you look at it at the beginning of the tournament, you say, this is the kind of staff that can carry us to a tournament championship.
Definitely so. I mean, you have Postel and Hawkins and Vargas Vila and another guy like Peters, and all of them can throw 7-8 innings on any given appearance. That was what really hurt the Argonauts in the tournament if they would have gone into the championship round having to play the doubleheader on that final day.
Sure.
Because they would have just been low on pitching. Hawkins struggled a little bit, as we talked about, but was up to 136 pitches through just 3 innings of work. So that's the big factor. They want to get as many innings out of their starters as they can with keeping them at a low pitch count, because in the tournament format, they're going to have to come back and pitch a second time on
Right.
short rest. So Postel will probably get the ball in game 1. looking to have a little bit of a better outing, struggling in his last 2 or 3 outings, but a little bit of mechanical flaws that him and Coach Jeffcoat have been working on, and he feels a lot more comfortable with it on the mound, has a great defense behind him, and just looks to go back out there and have a better performance this time around.
Yeah, you got to go deep, especially if you're those first couple of starters, because you might be called upon again on that Monday or Tuesday game should you advance that far. So the Argonauts are the #1 team in the region, but still have a lot to prove. There's a lot of teams coming here to Pensacola that have not seen the Argonauts play this season. A lot of the teams that we took care of early in the season, the Delta States, the Florida Southerns, the Rollins will not be at this tournament. North Alabama is here, Southern Arkansas is here, but still a lot of good opponents, especially from the Sunshine State Conference that West Florida hasn't faced this season, and still have a lot to prove against those teams. Quality competition stands in the way of a trip to the Division II World Series.
Definitely, they have some tough teams. I mean, you have Tampa. Argonauts don't play Tampa in the regular season, but just the history of their program and all the championships they've won in the previous years. So you always think of Tampa, and they always have a little bit of a bullseye on their back going on in the tournament. And then of course Harding, that's who knocked us out of the Gulf South Conference tournament, and we were supposed to beat them, and that's the big thing. So everybody's got a bit of a sore taste in their mouth for that. And they're really coming back and looking forward to having a second opportunity against Harding here at home.
And the biggest thing, and Coach Mike Jeffcoat, when we talk to him in a little bit, I know he'll echo these sentiments. The accomplishment is not necessarily hosting this tournament; it's winning this tournament. That's the big goal for this Argonaut team, and it's going to take good baseball to get that done.
Definitely so. I mean, West Florida is having a historical year in for their program, and they would definitely love to take this to the next level, go to the College World Series, and go to Cary, North Carolina, and see if they can make a run and win the College World Series. Doing a lot of firsts in the program's history, why not take it all the way this year? And they really have a good team to do it. This is Coach Jeffcoat's his group that he's had for his 4 years and brought them up throughout, and been able to watch them grow. Prawn and Kroll, several others have been around for all 4 years, and the only coach they've known in college is Coach Jeffcoat. So this is his group, and I mean, he's really trying to make that run, and they have a real shot.
It's something that we've talked about really since the beginning of the season, and it became a reality on Sunday night. The Argonauts host the NCAA Division II South Regional Baseball Tournament. It gets started on Thursday, May the 19th. The Argonauts will play Stillman in the first game. That starts at 4:30 Central Time. Then the tournament continues all the way till Monday, May the 23rd, an 8-team double elimination tournament, the best of the best from the South region coming to Pensacola. So it starts Thursday, 4:30 for the Argonauts. You can listen to Brenton and I call every game live right here at GoArgos.com.